And here we are live and in person for podcast number, what are we on, 7, 8, something like that. It's Dixon and Vining, obviously Vining free today. I am Richard Dixon, and this is Craig from Birmingham Broker. Huh?
Yeah, glad to be here.
Big time. Look, Birmingham Broker right there.
That's right.
We talk about him all the time, and now you're seeing him live and in person. It's exciting. He goes on some of these pizza quests with us, and he was with us yesterday. We went to a place called The Filling Station. Yeah, man. This is over in Crestwood.
It is. It's not too far from my office, so I sneak there from time to time to get a calzone.
You've been there before?
I have.
Oh, okay. I did not know.
First time to have their pizza.
Yeah, I'd never had their pizza before either. I'd had their sandwiches. I'd had their muffaletta. Their hot Italian is fantastic. I had a salad there once that was just lights out great. So I suspected their pizza was going to be good, but I was still very much pleasantly surprised by the quality of what we had there. Now, this place is actually an old filling station. Okay, that's why it's called the filling station. It used to be a gas station. I used to live up around the corner from it, as a matter of fact, back before it was turned into a restaurant. And so they laid some canvas out to kind of have an outdoor dining area that is still, accessible. They cool it during the summer months and they heat it during the winter months. So it's, it's not like you're actually just sitting out in the elements, which is good because it started raining yesterday.
It did, and it announced that it was going to rain quite rudely before anything showed.
That was one of the most obnoxious cracks of thunder I've ever heard, and everybody in the restaurant freaked out. At first we thought, was that a gunshot? And then I thought, no, it'd have to be a cannon shot. It was thunder.
And it was clear as could be.
Oh, it was. There was absolutely not a cloud that looked threatening in any direction, and then they came rolling in a little bit later. Anyway, so we ordered the usual array, which is one pepperoni and one what they call the fill. I don't know about you, but these places that feel the need to come up with catchy names for their pizzas, I mean, Rocky's was like that. You weren't with us with Rocky's, but they have all these different fighter names for their pizzas, and you're like, I just want one with everything on it. Can you give me one with everything on it? Why do I have to know the name of the fighter? Can I just have everything? Just put everything on the pizza. In this case, it was the fill because it's the filling station, right? And got a good shot, I think, of the cheese pull, which, again, very pleasant. Anytime you want a good pull on that, right?
Yeah, it did have a good pull.
Yeah, I mean, what you're looking for is ooey and gooey, if you can get that. We've had a couple that just disappointing. This one was pretty impressive. I think everybody had a small issue with the crust. The crust was interesting because it, you like the flop. You talked about the flop.
I do like the flop.
Yeah. I tend to like it to be a little more, I like the undercarriage to be a little more stiff. I like it to be crisp, This somehow managed to please both of us because it was both crunchy and floppy.
I enjoyed the crisp of this.
I don't know how that happened. I don't even know how you go about doing that. But the problem, if it is a problem, is that the crust didn't bring a lot to the flavor.
There was no flavor in it.
Yeah, it was good. It was like just a vehicle for the toppings, and it's a good thing that the tomato sauce and the toppings carried a lot of flavor. They packed a lot of punch because the crust didn't have a lot in it. Sometimes you'll go to a place and the crust will just be overwhelming with flavor. Almost to the point where it dwarfs the rest of the pizza. Not that was not the problem here. Now, you were particularly hungry, and not only did you eat 3 or 4 pieces in front of us, but then you took the rest of the pizza home.
I did. Well, I actually took it to my friend Chris at RC Motors that's around the corner on Puerto Madrid. And I had another slice there, and then he devoured the rest of it, throwing the crust in the trash, which I should not have given him anything if he doesn't eat the crust. I didn't realize that.
You got to eat those pizza bones. Got to eat the pizza bones. What are you, a child?
I agree.
That's like cutting the crust off your sandwich, man. Come on. So why were you so hungry?
Well, I had just finished 2 days of colon prep and then a colonoscopy, so anything was appealing at that time. So I tried when I rated, I tried to keep that in mind that I was ravagingly hungry, and I actually ate 4 slices yesterday, which is unusual for me.
Wow. I'm not going to lie. I fought off eating a third. I mean, it was offered, and I was just like, God, I want one so bad, but I'm trying to take weight off. I put on so much in Alaska. It was nonstop. I was walking a lot while I was there too. But I think every time I would go out and take one of these 2-mile walks or whatever, I would come back and I'd be like, okay, well, there's some calories I burned. Now I can go ahead and eat like a pig or a moose, as the case may be. Bad idea. I put on some serious pounds. Now they have to come back off again. Anyway, so that's the filling station, Crestwood Boulevard. You'll get all of these ratings in about 4 weeks? I want to say 4 or 5.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Yeah, we're getting toward the end of it. It's going to be difficult to decide the last 4 that we go to because we're kind of caught up in an embarrassment of riches. I didn't realize Birmingham had so many local pizza places when we started this. We had trouble coming up with 12 we wanted to go to. Then we found out that a couple of them are closed. What?
Or closing.
Like, what?
Yes.
When did that happen? And a couple of them turned out to be so far out of town that it just seemed unreasonable. But then more and more started popping up. People would start, oh, have you been to this place? Have you been to that place? Have you been to this other place? And I was like, no. And so now
you've been being bombarded as well with text suggestions?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
And don't get me wrong, I love the suggestions. Unfortunately, some people are, they're throwing out chains and stuff. We can't do chains. We're looking for the mom and pop. You can have more than one location, but they all have to be in the Birmingham metro area. So we're going to see what we can do with that. Anyway, that's today's podcast. We'll come back next week with another one after we've been to another place. Where's it going to be? We don't even know yet. We don't decide until probably the day of or the day before. So he's Craig from Birmingham Broker. I'm Richard Dixon. This has been the Pizza Podcast. Bye.
It's been a pleasure.